Hi all, this is Simona Rich. In this video, I'm going to analyze the astrology chart of Alia Bhatt. And as you can see, Astro Theme has put its logo in the middle of the charts. I'm happy to pay for memberships, but I don't see any options for that. So unfortunately, this is going to remain this. But I did send them an email to ask if there is some paid option to remove this, because I like these charts. They are one of the best charts in terms of how they are displayed that I've seen. So let's believe in the parents of Alia Bhatt about her birth chart, because both of them claimed similar time of her birth, whilst there is another claim that she was born at 5:30 a.m., which would put her, I think, at the end of Aquarius. I think I checked that before. And I think I analyzed this chart with the 4:10 a.m. birth. And upon further research into her life, this particular time seems accurate to her, so I'm going to stick to that. And it discloses so much about her personality, and we don't see a lot of who she really is, because according to this birth chart, the way that she appears in the public is very different to who she is in private. That's because the ruler of the chart, which is Uranus, is placed in the 12th house, which is the hidden house, the secret house, the house of secrets. Already I can see that she's holding many secrets, and also that's because of the Lilith placement in Pisces, and because she has Cancer on the cusp of the 6th house. She's a very strong person. We can see her refined way of expressing herself. Also, she has 2 personal planets in Pisces, so we see her soft side, but actually she's a very strong individual, though she's extremely sensitive. So the public persona that she displays is the one that is strong, because she has Aquarius ascendant, and it's a strong ascendant. This is in the 1st degrees, the 1st decanate of Aquarius. So very Aquarian external personality, and also we can see Saturn in the 1st house, which makes her even more resilient, very strong, and also she's extremely ambitious about her career because of Saturn square to Pluto. So it makes her, she can even be ruthless in career. She doesn't mind competing, and she's absolutely determined to stay on top no matter what. So this is the greatest ambition that she has, and she can be the most stubborn about her career. She's going to try to remain in the public eye no matter what. However, since Pluto is in the 10th house, it could be that there will be a career fall. And if that's the case, it's because of her ruthlessness when it comes to her career. It's because of her stubbornness when it comes to career. And Pluto can give great fame, but it can also take everything away. And it can give the fame back if the person learns from why they fell in the first place. So this placement of Pluto makes her very noticeable in the public, so she will be noticed no matter what, but she can be known either for good or evil depending on how she will behave in the public. Now I will discuss more about the ruler of the ascendant being placed in the 12th house. We can see that it's in tight conjunction with Neptune, which makes her, it's not a very spiritual placement, I would say, because of the Capricorn, but it makes her highly observational, which is good because Pisces, two personal planets in Pisces may make people not pay attention to details, but because these two planets are in the sign of Capricorn, it will make her highly observational, and she could be attuned to the environment, attuned to the needs of people, and she can alter her behavior to accommodate that. But in truth, she is a very private person, and she will not disclose her secrets, and she holds many secrets. She will not disclose that she's a totally different person in public to who she is in private. And in private, she's extremely sensitive, and even if she's criticized in the public, she will definitely be sensitive to that. And also she's very irritable. It could be on a daily basis because of the opposition of her chart ruler to Mars, and Mars is in Cancer, so that makes her very irritable. She may be irritated at co-workers, her employees, family members, and she can be very moody. Probably she's in different mood at different times, yet when she's in the public, she may be able to project the same kind of persona, which is she may come across as extremely modern, the icon of times, consistent, reliable, very friendly and accepting. But in private, she's a very different person. And also this is the aspect, Neptune opposition to Mars is the aspect of people who use drugs and people who try to escape from reality in the world of fantasy or through mind-altering substances. So it could be that if she's not happy with her life, she will resort to drugs or daydreaming all the time. And she in general can be highly imaginative and being lost in her own world, just in general in her life. But if she's not happy, so the more. And also these two planets are warring with each other, so it means that at one time she could be extremely routine-minded, like eating very healthy, exercising, being extremely busy, yet when it all gets too much, she may suddenly leave it all and do something destructive in private, such as use mind-altering substances, unless these two energies are integrated. And in her case, that could be definitely if family problems are resolved, this will already produce less problems, fewer problems. Or she could do something in her work that provides escapism, like starring in roles that make her feel like she's escaping her own life. So if she can do these kind of very creative things in her work, then she will not feel the need to escape the world sometimes. So these energies can be integrated, but of course it's very difficult. And talking about displacement, Mars being in Cancer in the 6th, this means that she has come from a discordant family, that there were many disagreements within the family. There is no harmony in her family. And seeing more information about where she came from, the kind of family that she's coming from, if it's in Taurus, she may have had comfortable life, yet Venus is afflicted in Aries. Venus is in detriment in Aries. So this would mean that the kind of caring or love that she received is not really normal love that children should receive. So she may not have felt parental closeness in a good way. It could be overdone, or it could be replaced with money or something else. So she did not receive normal upbringing. And also we can see that Sun squares Moon, so this means that the relations between parents may not have been smooth. So this will create daily arguments with family members, daily arguments at work, high irritations. She's an irritable person. So unless these two are integrated, it's not going to have a happy effect. And in general, this is the main affliction that gives her trouble, just unpredictable bad moods, high irritation caused by discordant family life. And also she's going to have much trouble from love, because again Venus is in her detriment in the third house. So this means that she may attract lovers, boyfriends from the vicinity living close to her. They're going to be very passionate, very good looking, could be good looking and risk takers, and she will find these qualities amazing. She would love them, but she's absolutely blind in love. We can see Venus square Neptune tightly, so she will just not be able to see. She will suddenly get into relationships. She may quickly get into relationships with people she is fascinated with, but then she doesn't see their faults. Once she finds them attractive, she may be totally blind to the compatibility, their compatibility and the faults. So love is going to produce much sorrow in her life. But once she gets married, that person could be very wealthy, and also we can see Jupiter in the 8th, but it's afflicted, so the person that she gets married to could be very wealthy, yet big spendthrift. He may waste all the money that he earns, yet she will be financially benefited when she gets married. And unless she forgives her parents and resolves the issues they caused, she may divorce, and it could happen more than once, because the way that she was brought up, she did not see harmony in the family, so she could naturally create discord, and then a divorce would be the result. And this is also the Sun square Moon is the aspect of divorce, and also afflicted Jupiter in the sign of Libra is a sign of legal troubles, divorce. Yet sometimes she may even gain by divorce, money-wise. Many relationships, but unsuccessful ones. And this placement sometimes indicates people who promise a lot but don't. Promise a lot to please people but are not able to keep all the promises. And sometimes it can indicate persons who don't believe in God, because Jupiter is afflicted, the planet of religion. And it could also indicate dishonest people, because Jupiter also represents morals, so dishonesty. And it doesn't help that two personal planets are in Pisces, because that also sometimes gives such such a nature which wants people to like them, so they may not tell the truth just in order to be liked. However, because she has her moon in the last decan of Sagittarius, this is a decan of honesty. So if she will definitely tell untruths, but then it might be we may be able to tell when she's lying, because this is the decanate of honesty. And this particular decanate also means that her mother was more like a friend to her than a mother. She might have been detached the way that she brought her up, but she was a traveler. Actually, she was a foreigner. She was British, so this is what it means. Moon in Sagittarius can give foreign mothers from foreign places. So a foreigner mother who she may have loved traveling, and she was widely read. And it's an independence, spirit of independence is shown by this placement. So Alia also, of course, inherited that. Now about her intelligence. She is known as not being very bright, but I tend to disagree. Her intelligence is great, yet not the school intelligence, because unfortunately in India, most people still believe that if you know the facts, like memorize all the facts, you're very intelligent. But it's not true. It just shows that you have good memory. So she is, this placement of Mercury shows that she's highly creative, and in general, her chart totally shows that she's supposed to be in some kind of doing some kind of artistic career because of this placement, which moon in Sagittarius shows that the person in the third decan of Sagittarius, that the person wants to shine in the world, that they love being in the public eye. We can see her chart ruler tightly conjunct Neptune, which is the planet of actors. It's the planet that gives a good intuition, and it could be used in career, since it's connected to the MC, to predict the likes, the tastes of people, what audience will respond to. So this placement makes people able to act, tune into other realms, channel different roles. So this is again the placement for actors. And this is also a placement, creative placement, Cancer being on the cusp of the 6th, as well as 2 personal planets in the sign of Pisces. So, and also Venus in 3rd house makes her refined and seductive in the way that she speaks, which is again good for actors. So she is a born artist. And coming back to Mercury in being in the sign of Pisces, it makes her memory, how to say, what's the word for that? Picture memory. So she visualizes everything. Her memory is like in pictures, so she may be able to remember her lines by just seeing them on the paper, remembering how that looked. And it's very artistic placement, which shows capability of doing something, having many artistic skills, because it's also in the 2nd house of personal resources. So she was already born with the skills of becoming an actress. And we can see Mercury is not afflicted. It's just it trines Mars, which is great because this placement is a very psychic one and passive one. But since it's energized by Mars, she's going to achieve more than people who don't have this energizing influence if they have Mercury in Pisces. And Sun being in Pisces makes her compassionate. She loves to help people and beings, animals in need. This makes her a very compassionate person, able to financially help others. So when she is emotionally influenced by some sad story, she will part with her money. She will not withhold. And also in general, the second house being on the Pisces being on the cusp of the second house makes her, she's very sensitive about wealth, and it's very important to her because of the sun's placement there. Yet she will part with money if she feels she can help someone. And also we can see that Venus is afflicted in Aries, which means that she may impulsively spend. Where she may impulsively spend money on herself, her personal appearance. She may impulsively spend on some emotional things she feels emotional about, and she may spend money to make herself look more seductive. She may spend money on her home, her family, and things like exercise and healthy food. So I should also discuss a little bit more about displacement, Sun being in Pisces. It makes her, this is the third decan of Pisces, so it's the one that can give, she may set for herself unrealistic goals, and it's not a decanate that is easy to manage, yet she has Aquarius as ascendant. She has Saturn in the first house. She has her chart ruler placed in Capricorn, so this will help to offset the softness of this placement. So if those things would not make her personality stronger, and this kind of placement can give her just how to say, the quality of getting lost in her fantasies, being totally escapist and passive, being highly creative yet unable to realize things she wants. Yet because she has many strong placements that I told you about, and also Pluto in the 10th house, strong in Scorpio, this will offset this weakness. But then it just means that in her heart she's an extremely soft, compassionate person, yet thankfully she has strong aspects to make her able to function well in the external world and actually be very competitive and achiever. The third house, Venus, means that she's coming across as refined and seductive and lovely in her speech. So she attracts people through the way that she expresses herself, yet she can be also quite selfish, very competitive, and she may be quite wasteful in terms of, for example, her finances. I discussed already this placement, Mars being in Cancer, but I will also mention that it can give overeating, problems with food. But I think she manages that by staying busy. So this placement means that she will be very busy on a daily basis. And if she's not busy, unfortunately, she may do something that harms her, like eating too much. So it's actually good for her to be busy. Yet, if she becomes too much stressed on a daily basis, this will create heart problems, even heart attack, digestive problems, and this stress, especially if her mood goes down, it can very negatively affect her health. So as long as her mood is high and she's not overworking herself, her health should be fine. And also, since there is afflicted Jupiter in the 8th, it could mean that excesses can give her health problems. So excesses, daily excesses, like as I said, overeating, also sexual excesses. Jupiter expands everything it touches, so if it's in the 8th house, it will mean that her sexuality is very high. However, she's very wasteful, so she could be in sexual excesses, for example, or she could waste the finances and gifts that others give, so she could be extravagant and wasteful person in such a regard, and this can contribute to her earlier demise than it should be, unless she gets in control of these things. I already discussed Pluto being in the 10th. This could give her a fall if she doesn't correct her negative character features. It will give people fascination or hatred of her. So people may feel very strongly about Alia Bhatt. Some people could be totally fascinated with her, yet some people could totally hate her. That's what displacement does, and it makes people very strong and being able to regenerate themselves and grow through their career. And also, since it's placed, Pluto is placed in the sign of Scorpio, through it also influences her to change and regenerate through near-death experiences, sexual experiences, and secrets. And finally, Moon being in the house of friends in Sagittarius makes her freedom-loving. She loves freedom, yet family is also very important to her because of Mars being placed there. And it means that she loves being with friends, yet her friends may be highly independent and kind of surface friends. She may have few friends, and since Saturn is in the 1st house, she could have few older friends that she can totally rely on, and they may stay with her for life. Yet when it comes to other people, she knows them only on a surface level, and they may come and go. They may be from other countries. More women may be her friends than men. And let's see, they may be highly educated and interesting people, but not someone who may stay with her for a long time. Yet being social and exploring experiences, other places with friends is something that can help her grow. Yet there's also a lot of superficiality in her personality. She may not have much spirituality in her, and she may be a surface person, unless of course she gets in control of self-indulgences and progresses with the help of her career, which can help her to deepen her to gain more depth to her personality. So I think that's all I wanted to share with you about her chart. I hope this was useful to you, and if you have any other comments to make about Alia Bhatt's birth chart, then do leave a comment below this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care.